But you and I, my dear friends, first have to tackle our own karamba experiences. Otherwise, we are hypocrites trying to enter the life of the young and change them. Okay, I'm not going to play that. Father Godfrey talked about the problems of youth. I want to talk to you about the mindset of a young person. Get into the mind of a young person. Understand your children now. When you are sitting here, understand what your child is doing at home. So connect with your daughter, your son, your grandchild, your nephew, your niece. 6 questions. Login password. If a youngster needs to log in today, what do you think is their login password? To activate my laptop, I put in a password. Without it, it doesn't work. What is the login password of the youngster today? Come on, your child at home. They have been telling it to you 1,001 times. I don't have time, others I would have loved a discussion, but I don't have time. It is now. Their login password is a 3-letter word, N-O-W. You and I were brought up and our login password was W-A-I-T. You want a bicycle? Wait. You want a watch? Finish your 10th standard. You want a motorbike? First start working, then we'll see. Wait. That was our login password, W-A-I-T. Today our youngsters, their mindset is now. They are victims of consumerism. I am because of what I have. My identity is a brand identity. I am Nike, I am a Manu fan, I am an Arsenal, whatever. And youngsters today, if they don't get there now, they give a threat. I got a phone call at 2:30 in the night from a parent, "Father, talk to my 14-year-old girl." I said, "Who talks to a 14-year-old girl at 2:30 in the night?" "Father, it's her birthday." I said, "Happy birthday, tell her to go to sleep." "No, Father, she wants something." I said, "Give it to her." "No, Father, she wants the latest mobile and she wants it now." I said, "Now, 2:30 in the night, she wants it now. Tell her to go to sleep." "Father, she said she's going to jump from the 13th floor." My dear parents, it may not be your kid, but it is going to happen. This is their mindset. If you don't give it to me now, I'm going to jump. We were in a school and the principal said, "Father, we have to finish the session because now we are going to have a month's mind mass." A month's mind mass, who died? A 9th standard student. What happened? Watching television at home, the mother said, "You are in 9th standard, start studying." Mother went for bath, came out, girl lying on the floor, consumed rat poison. Simply because somebody said, what you want to do now, you cannot do. A top school in Mumbai, South Mumbai, both the parents top doctors. A 5th standard boy jumps out of the floor because his parents didn't give him what he wanted now. This is their mindset. Second, I'm going a little fast. Most endangered species. The white tiger, the blue elephant, the blue whale, the green parrot, the colored butterfly. Teenagers. They are sitting in your classroom, the most endangered. Today a 13-year-old knows everything, has done everything, has seen everything. Those of you who have a 13-year-old, don't be under the myth they are studying for tomorrow's exam. Aha, humbug. I was traveling by train by 13-year-olds in a camp, and there was a man on his mobile, and I knew he was watching some stupid stuff. And all these fellows went there and they are watching. Small. The man got down, I called the little fellow, I said, "Come here, sit down. What's happening?" "Father, he's watching dirty pictures." I said, "Yeah." "But Father, what he is watching, Father, is nothing. We have seen worse." And honest, they have seen worse. So a 13-year-old, what is his mind? I'm a 13-year-old, I have seen everything, I have done everything, I know everything. Why is mommy, why is daddy, why is teacher growing up so slowly? This is their problem. You are growing up very slowly. This is their mindset. And so they are wondering why you can't grow up. 3. Okay, I'm going fast because third, wanted career. What is it that they want to do? Many of us who are old, we read the newspapers to be informed, to know what is happening. Youngsters today are media driven. They are media driven. They don't want to know what is happening. They want to do what they see happening. This is their mindset. They see a rape, they go and rape, whether it is an 80-year-old or a 2-year-old. They see a kidnap, they go and kidnap their own best friend or their neighbor. They see a murder and they go and murder, simply because they want to do what they see happening. We were in Udaipur in a school, and the principal said, "Father, what you said is exactly true." What happened? Mummy is in the kitchen, 6 months pregnant, cutting vegetables. 8th standard student watching a horror movie, killing and fighting. And the mother from the kitchen says, "Now put off the television and go to study." What does the boy do? Runs into the kitchen, takes that same knife that the mother is cutting vegetables and pokes the mother. They want to do what they see happening. This is their mindset. Next. Most unused resource. Brain? No, they use it very well. Heart? Sometimes. Gift of time. They don't use their gift of time. What is their mindset? What is their understanding of time? For them, their world is now. N-O-W. Now, 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 now. 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60 seconds. A long, long, long time ago, there lived a king and a queen. Where did your mind go to? Last century? 10 centuries? 20 centuries ago? For a youngster today, my dear teachers, yesterday was a long, 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 long time ago. Understand it. And you come into the classroom and say, "Who remembers what I said yesterday?" Yesterday, teacher? This is their mindset. Yesterday was a long time ago. Don't ask me. And if yesterday was a long time ago, tomorrow, plenty of time. Why are you breaking your head? You planned when you were going into college. You planned when you were going to start getting into a relationship. You planned when you were going to get married. You planned when you were going to retire. These fellows, they don't know what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, far away. This is their mindset. Poor 10th standard teachers, I pity you. Don't waste your time telling them April exam is coming. It's a far off. Next, most destructive energy, impatience. 5 minutes after they have entered your classroom, they are impatient. See how good you are. You'll be patient till 5:30. But youngsters today, 5 minutes after they have entered, they are impatient. Why? Because they have a wrong understanding of freedom. Freedom is not the enemy of discipline. What is their mindset? Their mindset is, I want it now. I'm an adult, and what I'm going to do it now. So they are impatient with school, with home, with school, with religion, and with state. Because home, school, religion, and state tells them that what you want to do now, you cannot do. At home there are rules, come on time, you eat the vegetables, you sleep. They don't want these institutions, because these institutions tell them there are rules. Their mindset is, I am born free. And finally, the last one, most selfish power, I power. If you want to give them a birthday gift, give them a watch with 60 seconds. And if you are teaching them anything about population in the world, don't tell them there are 7.2 billion people on earth. They don't understand that concept. For them, their world is populated by one person, me. So this is their mindset. Now, because of this mindset, my dear teachers, you as an educator, how can you enter into this mind space? And once you capture their mind space, once you capture their heart space, then things change. And this is where now I'm calling you to be an educator. So what is the youth narrative of today? What is the youth story? One, devoid of significant others. Why is Malala famous? Because she is a significant other. Why is Kia Sher being talked about around the world? She is a significant person. Why is Iliba Giza talked about? People want to meet her. And she's on my bucket list. I hope I meet her. Yeah. Because she is a significant other. But today, our youngsters are devoid of significant others. 2, postmodernism. There is no such thing as truth. Truth is relative. What is true for me may not be true for you. Okay. So there are no absolute truths. 3, consumerism. You are by what you have. I am because of what I have. And so our youngsters are victims of consumerism. And finally, there is a sense of a dilution of the sacred. 4 very important things. Now our topic is revisiting Don Bosco's preventive system. Don Bosco's preventive system is based on 4 very important things. And actually it talks about all these. 1, devoid of significant others. Our Salesian educative system is be present, presence. Today we go around schools, the Salesians are absent, the teachers are absent, the poor kids are left all alone. If Don Bosco were to come today, he would cry. This is something we have to put back into our educational system, a presence of a significant other. In the gospel, Mary, young girl, gets the news that she is going to be the mother of God. Mary, Mariam means trouble. And what does the angel tell her? Trouble, don't be troubled. And what is this trouble, don't be troubled does? She runs to a significant other. She runs in haste to Elizabeth. How many of your youngsters run to you? Do they run to you or they run away from you? So a presence that is significant. So first of all, our presence that is professional. It must be a friendly presence. When Father Ronnie Menezes died 2 years ago, everybody said we are going to miss Father Ronnie Menezes because every day when the school started, Father Ronnie would be at the school gate welcoming every student, and he knew all his students by name. A presence that is welcoming. 2, a presence that is also educative. When we are with young people, our presence must be educative. Otherwise you have no right to be there. It is so sad when sometimes you hear the jokes, whether it is from the mouth of a priest, from a sister, from a teacher, the jokes that are there, and you expect the kids to laugh. It's not educative. Not educative. So how can I, when I am there in the presence of the young, my presence is professional. I am not there like a clown. I am not there to use foul language as they give. And finally, mine must be a presence that accompanies them. We have to go as traveling companions. Don Bosco is always with his youngsters, traveling with them. We cannot leave our youngsters alone today. They must see us as somebody who journeys with them. Okay, I'm going to finish. Second, postmodernism. Truth is relative to one's understanding. What is really real? Okay. Here Don Bosco's preventive system comes in when he talks about reason. Our reason must be based on principles, not on your moods. Very often we reason with young people according to my mood. So if I'm angry, poor kid, I'll reason with you like an angry man. But can I reason with the kids on the level of principles? And principles never change. Principles are not opinions. Principles are strong convictions. What is an opinion? An opinion is something that happens to me from outside. I can change it. Today I love ice cream. Tomorrow I don't love ice cream. I change my opinion about ice cream. But a conviction does not change. And Don Bosco is this principled person. Certain things never changed. Never changed. As an educator, what are your principles that you will never change, which you are ready to die for? I hope you have certain principles ready to die for. Gandhi was ready to die for non-violence. Malala is ready to die so that 57 girls can have the right to study. See how principled she is. Third, loving kindness, consumerism. I am loved because of what I have. Our Salesian pedagogical system tells us loving kindness is, I love you for who you are, not for what you have. Because if I love you for who you have and what you have is lost, then tomorrow I don't love you. So loving kindness is, I love you for who you are. In spite of all your experiences, in spite of all your mistakes, in spite of whatever, I still love you for who you are. This is the quality of Don Bosco's love. A love that is passionate. And finally, my dear teachers, the loss of the sacred. The loss of the sacred. It is real. New age. It is real. Loss of the sacred. And so here is our Don Bosco style, that I am constantly in the awareness of God. Working with our young people in Mumbai, 95% of our programs are spiritual programs. You know, people tell me, Father, youngsters don't pray. Youngsters don't talk about religion. Let me tell you, you go on the net and put the word religion, see the millions of hits that you will get. Today people are on the net searching and learning about spirituality on the net. And that is why our Holy Father said very nicely, go into the net, go into social media and put soul into it. Put soul into it. So these are the 4 things I wanted to tell you. My whole talk was this. I helped you to get into the mind of the teacher, in the mind of Don Bosco. Don Bosco's mind was not a predictive mind, but it was a prospective mind. Example, Caliero, naughty, never obeyed anybody. The only thing he loved was playing the piano. And Don Bosco's system is love what the young love and they will begin to love you. Caliero begins to play. Don Bosco wants to start his society. Who will join me? Caliero, first fellow. Monk or no monk, always with Don Bosco. Becomes the first one in charge of the missionary expedition to South America. Becomes the first bishop, becomes the first cardinal. If you and I were there, we would have said, John Caliero, you disturb the teachers, you don't work, you jump over the school wall, go home. You are a failure. But Don Bosco saw beyond. 2, I said in the world today, there are examples of people who have turned their Karamba experiences into Eureka experiences. And they become a source of inspiration. 3, I took you into the mind of the young person. What is this mindset? What is this mindset? Whether it is in terms of now, whether it is in terms of I am an adult, whether it is in terms of my use of time, whether it is what I see I want to do, whether it is impatience, whether it is a selfish world, this is their mindset. But I as an educator can enter into this mind physically by having a presence that is professional, reason that is principled, 3, loving kindness that is passionate, and finally on the level of the soul, being prophetic. And then, my dear teachers, you and I will be able to live the legacy of Don Bosco for our present time. Thank you very much.
Coming at this point of time, 2:30 to 3:30, which is a little heavy, I think we had an Eureka experience, Father. I haven't seen anyone dozing, no Karamba experience that was present. I am sure you would want to throw some questions to Father. Yeah. Mario, you need to... What?
Check. Check. Father, you have really disturbed us at this moment.
Yeah.
Check. You have really disturbed us at this moment. I liked your Eureka and Karamba theory. I like your Eureka and Karamba theory. And I want to, if it is your own, hats off to you. And if it is not so, tell us the source. Eureka and Karamba theory, I liked very much. If it is your own, hats off to you. If it is not, tell us the source.
Okay. Albano called me at 7:30 day before yesterday and said, I have to, sorry, where is? Two of them. They said, Father, please come and give us a talk. Day before yesterday. And I said, I have a whole day's program. I have no time, but I'll come. Okay. Yesterday I came back from a program at around 8 o'clock in the night. When I came, I put on my mobile, send me your synopsis. I didn't even have a talk ready. They were saying, send us your synopsis, send us your synopsis. I said, you are pushing me too hard. So by 10 o'clock, I sent them a synopsis. And then after that, I started sitting down to prepare my talk. Actually, I prepared my talk last night at 12:30 in the night. 3 o'clock, I caught my flight, and I came here in the morning. Okay. This point, I got it in a book entitled... what is it? Finding new, what do you call these, boxes? Putting new ideas in new boxes. That's the title of the book. Okay. And in that book, there is a small little line about this Eureka and Karamba. But then I built on it. Actually built on it. But I just found these two words there and I said it's quite relevant for you and I. So that's the source. Okay. But I can still tap myself and... Okay. All right.
But I think that the application that Father made after reading, doesn't it deserve a very big hand from all of us?
Okay.
There we are. Its application, your question was an Eureka question. Don't worry about it. Anyone from this side would like to say something? Yeah.
Given the situation of the communal problems that is faced by India today, will you impart, how can we impart religious values without distorting the religious harmony?
Okay. I work in the schools of Mumbai. I'm coordinating the value education for 134 schools. So practically every day I go to a school, I take sessions for teachers, I take sessions for students, yeah, I take sessions for leaders of schools. When I came, I had a Karamba experience. I went to one of the schools and the sister told me, Father, don't come and waste your time in my school. I said, sister, but you are a Catholic school. You have to promote values. Father, no, I don't believe in values anymore. I said, what happened? She said, the previous day, 2 7th standard boys had a fight. 2 7th standard boys had a fight. One was a Catholic, one was a Muslim. And the principal talked to them, made friends and sent them home. Okay. Next day, the parent of one of the boys came to the principal. The boy is in standard 7. The parent came with the boy and told the sister, sister, in this school, I give you permission to talk about everything except forgiveness. I don't believe in it and I don't want my child to believe in it. When I heard that Karamba experience, I said, now I'm going to talk about forgiveness. So every school I have gone to after that, I have talked about forgiveness. And I know in my crowd, I talk to 500, 800 students at one time for 3 hours. And I know that there are people of all different religions. Yeah. Remember I said there are certain principles that will not change. Yeah? Peace, non-violence, forgiveness, truth, honesty is for everyone. It is not only for Catholics, not only for Hindus. These are eternal values that will never change. But somehow we, because of our own Karamba experiences, because of our own mindset, whatever, we have distorted these eternal values and given them a communal touch. And this is where, my dear teachers, you and I as educators, as Father Godfrey said, we have to give them these principles. Not to give them these principles means that you don't care for them. And this is what I do. So I go to schools, I talk about, I don't use the name of Christ, but I use all these values, and I know it is for everyone. I do not know if I've answered your question, but this is, I believe that all of us, see, everyone has a right to receive good news. You talked about right to right education. And part of this right education is, everybody has a right to good news. So if your religion has got good news, that person has a right to receive it. I'm not going to impose it on you, but every person has a right to receive good news from wherever it comes. Yeah, so talk about it, speak about it. India is a lovely country. Bharat comes from two Sanskrit words, Ba plus Rata. This is how Sai Baba defines Bharat. Ba stands for Bhagwan, Rata stands for love. So a Bharatiya is a lover of God. Lover of God. No other country in the world we kill one another in the name of God. That means you and I have this value to teach them. Teach our youngsters. We have to teach them. Don't be frightened. If there are principles worth dying for, die for it. Okay.
Yeah, there's another question.
Hello. You said love, what Don Bosco says, you said love what the young love and they will love what you love. So is this possible or is it practical in today's world? Because first of all, what they love is quite absurd.
100%, 200%, 1000%, no doubt. Okay, I'll give you an example. Sit down, nice. Put in today's words, it is this. When what is important to them becomes important to me, then what is important to me will also become important to them. I hope you understood what I said. When what is important to the young becomes important to me, then what is important to me becomes important to the young. Many of you have read Steve Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Effective People. Everybody in the world was putting it into practice except his own son, Sean. Sean was not bothered. Sean would go to play baseball. And one day it dawned upon Steve Covey, let me go to see my son play baseball. So he stopped going for his business meetings, and he used to go every evening accompanying his son to watch baseball. And his business partners called Steve Covey and said, what happened? Have you given up on business? And Steve Covey said, no, I love my son more than my business. Okay. When Sean realized that daddy loves baseball, because baseball was important to Sean, when Sean grew up, he wrote a book, 7 Habits for Effective Teenagers. Look at it, it is 1,000 times better than the daddy's book. Sold millions, they are shaking their heads, so they read it. It's true. I'll give you another example. I was in Africa, 20 years. And running schools in Africa were burning grounds. To run a school means you're committing suicide. Because schools would burn. So suppose you had lunch today and there was extra salt, what would the students do? They'll go and break all those cars over there, run into the principal's office, break his computer, go into the lab, burn. And 10 minutes after that, the neighboring school also has started burning. Why are they burning? They are supporting the school that went on strike. What have they gone on strike for? Nobody knows. One moment in Kenya, 300 schools were burning at one day. 300 schools. Imagine. And when the education minister was interviewed, he said, no problem, I can sleep well at night. I sleep well at night. In India, our education minister would have resigned. Okay, that's another story. Now, I was sent to this school where every month there were strikes. Sometimes there are certain principles, there is no this way, that way. So I went and told my students, you throw one stone at me, I'll throw 10. And let me tell you, my aim is better. Then you'll know why they call me G the gangster. Nobody spoke to them like this. Nobody. Nobody. 23 years, the previous headmaster had 2 scars over here. Certain principles you have to be strong. Now, they loved rap music. You know what is rap music? Okay, all time. And I hated rap music. Because of Don Bosco, I had to love rap music. Love what the young love. So I went to the school assembly and I said, my dear students, from today onwards, I want you to start composing your own songs. Compose your songs. At the end of the week, the best song will have an opportunity to sing it at the school assembly. Come end of the year, I am going to choose 16 best songs. We'll go down to Nairobi and we will cut our own CD. Okay? That is all I said. Now, during the break times, the boys would be planning their next strike. Which father to throw the stone on, which car to break, which teacher's house to destroy. Now what are they doing during the break time? They are composing rap songs. And if you listen to rap songs, they are very deep, very meaningful, social themes. Social themes. You'll get one occasional F and a B here, but otherwise, they're very social themes. And during the break times, my students are all over, no time to plan the next strike, because gangster has come first, but also using their talent. And when they realized that I loved rap music, they began to love what Glenn loved. Discipline, punctuality. Yeah. It works, 100%, 200, believe it. When you have a child at home and what is important to your kid at home becomes important to you, then what is important to mommy will also become important to the kid. Simple. Don Bosco was very sharp. Okay. Thank you.
I think, any final question? No?
Okay. Thank you very much.
My name is Rosalind Fernandez and I'm from Don Bosco College of Engineering, Fatorda. My experience of the entire day, and I speak on behalf of my Group 1 as well from the college, was amazing. The arrangements were superb and the sessions were very informative. Each of the 3 sessions had their own relevance, and we definitely carry home some things. One of them is staying connected with our students, building rapport. And secondly, also the challenges that students face today, especially with consumerism and the other issues that face today, we were made aware of. And lastly, the highlight was the Eureka versus Karamba moments, and I sure hope we can create more Eureka moments in the lives of our students. Thank you.